On my own reservation, we got the same kind of issues, but you know what I say on my reservation? Because we're struggling, and we're the poorest community in the state of Minnesota, but we're struggling, and I say, on my reservation, I do social change work there, and I say that the challenge is how you transform your people's awareness, and a third of my community is Christian. A third of my community is real traditional, like me, people involved in our traditional ceremonies, and a third is self-medicated. Now I know how those figures are doing in Montana. Might be roughly on par. It could be medicated on TV or could be medicated on meth, But a good portion of America is medicated, self-sedating, or whatever. So we just feel like that. And the question is kind of how we transform past that. But you guys have done a lot of amazing work here. And I want to thank you for, the inspiration you offer the rest of us. Tell you to keep it up, Tell you that which you know, which is that our ability to struggle, to struggle now, for our dignity as human beings, for this land here, for your water here. There is no way to make clean coal. That's an oxymoron. I know it's a proposal, but Montana has to move past. We got to combust in our own era. Move out of the Jurassic. You know what I'm saying? 20 million tons of CO2 emissions coming out of Montana annually. I am due east of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Every bit of mercury you dump up here ends up over there. It's not like one thing. But we got this chance to do this the right way here. And, my own community, I've seen change. I worked for the same amount of years, 25 years, and we're arguably in a tough spot. But I've seen things change. I've seen communities stand up, and I see changes that happen in this country, and you've seen some happen right here in Montana. So remember that our struggle now is going to ensure that people get to live in dignity, and animals and relatives who have wings and fins get to live in dignity in the future. When I think about where we're going in this country, I can't tell you all the things I think about this, but I don't want to offend anybody, but I'll tell you what. Honestly, I'm more of a patriot to a land than I am to a flag. And I think that it's worth thinking about what it means to be a patriot. And what that is going to look like for those who are coming after us. And I think it is also possible, and it is important to look at how you live in a beautiful place here. But the Holy Land is not an exclusive concept. It is not someplace else, it is right here. This is it too. And so let us make that Jimasawabandaming, that place that is holy, that is sacred, that is good here for all of us, That's what this work is about. I want to thank you again for coming tonight. I invite out a couple of my friends here. And we're going to have some questions and discussion about miigwech. Thank you.